Okay, hey, I want everyone to go back to number 1 real quick. You'll have plenty of time to finish, but number 1, if you find the area of one triangle, remember when a rhombus or a kite, when their diagonals intersect, they intersect at right angles. Okay, so when you find the area of one triangle, you're using the formula, area of the triangle is equal to base times height times 2, divided by 2 or times 1/2. So the base in this, notice that base is 7, and the height is 10. Everyone agree?
Yeah. Wait, that was
No, that was the height. Yeah, this is the height. Okay, so we'd have 1/2 times 7 times 10. That will give you this triangle. Well, what if I wanted, rather than looking at it like that, I really appreciate those that are actually paying attention. It's going to help you out. What if I looked at it like this? What's the area of that triangle? 1/2 times base times height, but the base is no longer 7. It's now 14. Right? 1/2, 14 times 10. Okay, well, how many of those do you have? 2 of them. So you're going to have to go 1/2 14 times 10 plus another 1/2 14 times 10. They're identical triangles. That's going to give you the bottom triangle down here as well. Well, note what you have there. You have what you have in common. You have a 1/2 in common. You have a 14 in common. You have a 10 in common. We could take and factor out that 1/2, and we could say, well, really I'm doing 1/2, and then I'm left with 14 times 10 plus 14 times 10. Everyone good there? Yeah? Okay. What do you have in common here between these two pieces? 14 and 10, right? So if I were to take this 14 and this 14, I'd have 14 I could take out and go times 10 plus 10. That's called factoring, right? So ignore the 1/2 for a minute. The greatest common factor here is 14, correct? Okay, so if I pull that out, I bring it out here, I'm left with 10 plus 10. Because if I put it back in, it's 14 times 10 and 14 times 10, correct? How many are with me? I'm trying to help you review some algebra factoring as well. Okay? This 10 plus 10 is 20. Everyone good? Let's not forget the 1/2 that's out here. Okay, now looking at what we're left with right here. You have 1/2. What's 14 represent? Base, but it's also the length of one of your diagonals. What's the 20 represent? The height or the length of your other diagonal. So your formula is 1/2 times diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. That is the formula for finding the area of a rhombus. The same thing will apply on this one. I'm not going to go through that whole process, but it's the same exact formula. Your formula is area is equal to 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Okay? So if you're calculating this, for those of you who did the math there, this was 140 square inches. When you go 14 times 20 times 1/2, or 7 times 20, 140. And this one is 1/2 diagonal 1, 4. Does it matter which one's 1? Doesn't matter. Okay? So that is 16 square centimeters. Everyone good? Questions?